But that said, EnVy is a team that likes to play slow. They're patient. They play solid macro games. They're a team that can go to late game and can go toe-to-toe with Immortals. They proved that in the first series. We've also seen in some of the games that have Immortals have lost, it's been on over-aggression. They've been over-diving turrets. You know, Huni, especially when he's playing things like Cassandra, gets over-eager. He wants to end the game. And if you allow EnVy to kind of get these counter-engaged situations to capitalize on your mistakes, if they can play patiently, play smart, not give Immortals a big lead early, I think they can take this series.
We'll see what they can do. EnVy, on the other hand, continuing to be a very methodical, play a very methodical brand of league, I should say, making sure they have everything they need, working on it, but also, like I said, reflecting, hopefully working on those problems.
Yeah, trying to fix those mistakes from the first time around. Immortals, as I said earlier, you know, they do go too ham sometimes, but almost always it works out for them. They're a team that collapses exceptionally well. They are clearly one of the top 2 teams in the league. They are the favorites coming into this. You know, ReignOver, Huni, you can't talk about them enough. Everyone knows about that dynamic duo, but Pobelter is a guy who has really been stepping up a lot for Immortals this season.
And hit twice in the picks and bans. Cassiopeia and Azael there. People have been also poking at Pobelter. Obviously, mid laners in general being the more powerful one, so why not try to get him out? He's actually starting to do better, so see if he can take the pressure still.
Yeah, Immortals as well, taking a lot of mid laners off the table, so we'll see what the fallback is here. You know, are we going to see the Taliyah coming in North American LCS? We've seen it in some of the other regions. I know that a lot of these pro players have been practicing it and have been doing well on it in solo queue. We haven't seen it broken out here just yet in the North American LCS, but a lot of focus on mid lane means there is opportunities for these things to happen.
We're actually going to just mention that Kindred getting that armor hit as well would usually not be one on the ban list, which makes more mid laners able to be banned. Procxin just kind of did a flicker on that Kindred, but back to the Graves, thinking of what he can come out of the jungle with. We've heard Lod saying his mechanics can turn around a fight you don't think you're going to win, so give him a champion that can do that.
For sure, Graves, an aggressive champion, you know, can put a lot of damage out throughout the fight, especially when paired with Karma. You can kind of have these double AD carry type compositions supported by the Karma shields. Can be very strong. Jhin Braum is a bot lane we've been seeing a lot of. The chain CC from those two with the Braum passive, with the Jhin root following that up is very powerful. You have to be careful playing against it.
I like the mix and match as well. They choose not for a jungler since Immortals is showing one. They'll give Procxin a bit more of a counter to his choice. And Hakuho to choose a mid laner, which could actually switch around here from what they have in flex picks. Looking now on the side of Immortals, Adrian loving his Soraka. Could just go for it again.
Yeah, certainly.
Actually make some plays.
Certainly something we could be seeing coming out here. And, you know, with Rek'Sai, Nidalee already off the table, Elise already picked up, you know, no pressure on EnVy to pick that up early. Immortals will have that final pick on red side. I expect it to be the mid laner, but EnVy can kind of do the play where they flex around Karma. Obviously, that's what's going to be this game. Very likely going to be mid lane. I have seen some weird circumstances where it can't even go top lane. It kind of like can play like that kind of pokey harass top lane style. Seraph is someone who, if it was going to be something crazy, could do it. I don't expect that to be case. I do expect it to go mid lane, but it's going to be Taliyah. So Taliyah's first time here in North American LCS. I'm expecting it to be Pobelter. We did see a top lane in EU though.
I like it. We did see a top lane in EU. Wonder was able to try and put that to the test. Well, let's see. We've seen it in other regions. Rookies
LCK,
tried his hand, did it as well. Didn't have too great of a success on it with a bunch of losses. I think like 1 win in there and 5 plays or something.
Yeah, it's a champion that not only does the player have to master this, you have to get used to how to play around this champion. It's very different, although it is kind of the similar style as maybe your TF or even your Aurelion. It's a different style because you have to really, it's more about timing. It's not as easy just all going at the same time. You have to really time your engages properly with the ultimate. Taliyah surfs in, blocks people off. You have to not scare them off before that comes in. You have to make sure you're there to collapse instantly as it does come in. So it's very interesting. Can be hit or miss. We'll see how that's going to work out, but it will be Rumble and Graves, the final 2 pickups here for EnVy.
I think I like the Rumble pickup versus this because whatever Taliyah does, or Taliyah I should say, you can Rumble alt right across the team, can't follow that wall, right? If she goes too far in or chooses to do something that's a little over aggressive, and we have said that Immortals likes to go ham, but the thing is they all go ham together. They're all in that party coming for dinner.
That is one thing I think, you know, ReignOver deserves credit for more than almost anyone else. He's always in the right place at the right time, and it will be the Riven. Huni played this, I think, once, only this.
It was a mid.
split, and it has not been played since then. This is not a pick that has been picked really in any competitive regions. I remember looking at this, at least in this patch, I think it was only played once and it was by Huni. So Pobelter will be taking Taliyah mid, and we have the Riven top lane against the Rumble. This could be pretty scary for Seraph, because we know ReignOver likes to focus top lane. Elise is a great early game jungler. If Seraph gets caught, if he gets taken out early, if Huni can get ahead in these sorts of matchups, it's going to be terrifying, because Riven is amazing at all-ending you.
It's such a mechanical matchup, too, with Huni just staying around the spreader. We're going to see Seraph trying to spin in circles the whole time. Going to see what's going on in the top lane. Also, what's Ninja going to be able to do against the Taliyah in mid now versus Pobelter. So we said so many mids have been banned here. There's been such a mid focus through the past few metas. And Pobelter's going to go all the way back to Taliyah. We have to remember, this was one of the guys when coming into the LCS, played the most unique champions in a row, or throughout a season too. So you got to think Pobelter's champion pool is huge.
He's always been a guy who's excelled in solo queue. You know, even when he wasn't having as much success in LCS, you know, even back in his kind of EG Winter Fox days, he was always still great in solo queue, playing a lot of unique champions. You know, has a popular stream. You get to see him play a lot of that kind of stuff there. So I'm excited to see how he's going to do on Taliyah. And how Karma is going to match up against this, because this may be something where Ninja is not totally comfortable going against this, since, you know, Karma is more of a flex to mid, not necessarily your bread and butter mid laner. And if this is something that you don't play a lot and you don't get a chance to play against Taliyah a lot, you may not know the matchup.
May not know it. Make your voice heard on Twitter. Head over and root for your team. Hashtag EnVyWin, hashtag IMTWin. You know where to throw it. And we will hear your voices or your electronic digital votes, something like that. And we'll get those on the screen so you can root for your team. We're going to see Envy now trying their hand once again versus Immortals. The best of three to test the mentality, physical prowess of both teams here. And Envy, they looked really good in this first matchup. We'll see if they can get the same kind of start and then get the victory this time.
I'm really excited to see if we can get standard lanes. That's what I'm kind of hoping for. I want to see the 1v1, see how Seraph is able to match up against Huni, if they can kind of exploit that. You know, Envy does have a very strong team fight team. They're a team that's going to want to group up. They have a powerful Rumble ult. They have shields from Ninja and able to, you know, enable these 2 AD carries. We have Braum is a strong team fighting champion. So this is a team that wants to be grouped, wants to kind of just go for this big time 5v5, whereas Immortals is likely going to have Huni kind of on that split push duty.
Ooh. A lot of that touch going down on the side of Envy. A lot of burn.
Ooh. So something to keep in mind here for Taliyah is the work ground.
Right.
When you do shoot that Q out from an area, you get a lot of charges of that Q the first time. When you shoot from ground that has already been worked, you're not going to get as many charges. You're only going to get the one, I do believe. So it's something that you have to be careful about how much you spam this. If you kind of just spam it out and you use too much of your ground, you're not going to have it for the key moments. So it is kind of a give and take of how often do you really want to do this. You want to push them in, you want to be aggressive, but you don't want to waste it.
Also that's kind of why we see her in top lane. You have so much more ground to work with, so much more ground to work. I guess I said that twice, but I meant 2 different things.
Hey, it works great in top lane too. You can roam around. You can push it out. You have great wave clear, so you can shove people in, ult to the side lanes, these kind of things. So there's a lot of ways you can do this. And meanwhile, in the bot lane, Immortals,
you got your mashed up lanes.
Yeah.
Bouncing's going to hurt from WildTurtle here as he gets that first minion wave. Or it's not first, but as they attack to get those bouncings in. See how this mid lane goes.
Ooh, here comes ReignOver.
Getting a little love from ReignOver. He's in spider form to start it off, so it looks like he could get in with a repel and then hit for that cocoon if they're close enough. Just over the left shoulder of Ninja. So a little bit of back and forth. Probably see something from Procxin here in the next few if they can try it out.
Yeah, Ninja got him with the no juke out. He just goes straight. ReignOver was expecting the dodge.
It's like standing still.
Yeah, exactly. You just got to do the esky. Sometimes it works.
Yeah, but the predict looks so much nicer when you hit it, so
it does.
Why not?
Good trades back and forth here.
Steps off, no movement block. On the Raveled Earth. Oh! The flash forward, but Pobelter had actually stopped. That end of the line may have done enough damage to kill Pobelter had he not stopped.
That was close. And flash for flash there. Procxin going to be happy to make the trade here with Pobelter. As a jungler, you're going to be pretty pleased with that. But ReignOver now going to look to put some attention here. He saw Procxin had not taken his red buff, and now he's going to lie in wait. And Procxin is pretty low on HP here. ReignOver has his smite available. So this is definitely a disadvantaged fight here for Procxin, but ReignOver's just going to start it up. We'll see if Envy wants to collapse or what's going to happen here. Karma's going to move first. ReignOver's got back up.
No smite as well for Procxin. He was taking a scary fight there. Had it been hit already by Pobelter. Unraveled Earth, he gets the seismic shove as well, and it looks like they're going to try to be going in. ReignOver comes right up, knowing Procxin was actually still holding on that red buff. This may go very wrong
Procxin's here, though.
ReignOver's actually going way too hard. He thinks he's going to get the kill, and double bust either gets given back to Procxin. I can't see if it went to Ninja or Hakuho in that one, but not a smart move.
Yeah, Ninja gets the first blood. Good collapse by Envy, and this is a little bit of what we were talking about. ReignOver makes the smart first move. He sees the red buff is on Graves. He knows he has the advantage, but when the collapse comes in, they needed to kind of pull back. Ninja played it smart, was able to delay. Braum comes up, Procxin meets him, and he has the red buff full HP. They get first blood.
That's
well played by Envy.
Blue now for Ninja. As you said, that kill did go over to him, so much easier to spam against Pobelter in mid now. If he was worried against the Taliyah matchup, he does not have to be now, and he can play it super safe. Yeah. Ninja also took Karma in the first game we saw against Immortals when they have a very big lead. So he knows exactly what to do and how Pobelter is going to actually play against this champion.
He is going that kind of supportive build, which to my taste, I don't like it as much, just because I do feel like it can fall short as far as damage-wise. But here we do have the replay of this fight. So Procxin's still doing that buff, and it starts out well for Immortals, but Ninja's able to buy a lot of time. He stays away from ReignOver. ReignOver already used his Q there. The flash over from ReignOver, but Ninja has enough HP with the shields, and a beautiful exhaust by Hakuho, getting there just in time. He actually flashed stand behind me exhausted, so using everything available to save Ninja there. Comes up big for the team. Nice collapse.
Procxin as well, buying just a second and a half or so, and HP with that smoke, denying vision from ReignOver. Just everything working perfectly there.
Yeah.
And that's what Envy wants to see.
This is a little bit dangerous now. So the wave is pushing heavily against Seraph. He needs his jungler to be up with him to help push it in, or he needs to back off. He's not respecting the chance of that Immortals is here, and Procxin's not in position yet, so he's pretty far up.
This is just kind of a scrap shield runaway for Seraph, unless ReignOver really commits to it and walk away. Wasting a little bit of time there after ReignOver loses his buffs. They're really itching to get something back, but that's Immortals' agenda. They're always looking to get something else.
So Seraph did get it to push in, and Procxin doesn't get punished for kind of staying a little bit longer to clear out the Gromp. It was a bit greedy, but Immortals knew they waited so long that the potential of Procxin being there was pretty high, so they decide to not go in on there. If they give up a double kill there into Seraph's ult and stuff, it's going to be pretty devastating, especially because Huni wasn't 6.
Soul Flare from Ninja doing some good work against Pobelter. He's actually come back with a second ring to stay alive in these engagements. He knows he's going to get more harassed, especially since Ninja had that blue, and a bit of this game has now opened up the, not carelessness, but they can be a little more lax about entering the jungle. Envy moves their wards forwards, not in places they can guard, but in places that will help them keep this bit of a lead.
Yep. Huni with the completed Hex Drinker, going to feel pretty good about that. Very strong early item against any AP type characters. In the all-ins, it's going to give you a massive advantage. So Seraph is going to be happy to just farm it out. He just wants to push it in. He doesn't need to kind of go for these kills. Seraph doesn't need to snowball. He just needs to play it safe and farm it out.
Smart. I actually thought Ninja had just backed. He was hiding under Pobelter's coin. This could be good. ReignOver's not going to know, so just the warding a little bit ago gives Envy the chance to realize they have a moment, an opening to get a kill. He's just doing this to give some love to Procxin. It doesn't look like Procxin really wants to help him just yet. Not until he gets red, and it was all a ruse. They were just stealing the buff.
Proxxin's waiting.
If not,
He's going to be able to get out, but Procxin does pick up the red buff. So as you said, just making the rotation, allowing his jungler to secure it. Unfortunately, he didn't even pick up the little buff. So even though ReignOver has died, he didn't pick up the little minions. ReignOver's actually up in CS, up a level over Procxin. And those big minions, yes, they're great. You get the buff, it's powerful, but unless you capitalize on actually the true damage debuff, a lot of the XP is in those little guys. So picking them up is pretty important as well.
See if ReignOver continue to try and slow down what has been the top part of the map so far. Again, visiting that lane with Seraph. They haven't been able to get too much down there. And quick clears out from Ninja. This guy's been sitting on a blue buff practically all game now. It must feel very good. And also helping get the Raptors. So he's trying to get Procxin caught up as well. Working together, helping each other out. This matchup in the bottom, unfortunately not giving us too much action. But you can see it's a lot of distance just between Boomerang and between the Flourish from Laud here.
Yeah, although Braum and the Jhin have a really strong lane, have a strong all-in especially, it's tough for them to actually get it, to actually have an opportunity to take the fight, because Turtle is just going to shove you out, Adrian's going to heal up any poke, and they're just going to kind of play it safe and shove you in constantly and make Jhin farm under turret. With the ammo system, it's a little more difficult for him to do so. As a result, he's down a bit on that farm.
Sliding around. That is actually one of the great things I love about Taliyah, is that you're always sliding on a rock next to walls. Get a little more movement speed. It's great in mid when you juke people and you just keep going around in circles. We'll see if Pobelter can use it to great effect in this game to keep himself alive or get himself into a fight and engaged.
Yeah, so Ninja does have that Athene's completed now, so the damage he deals when he shields, he's going to get the heal. Once again, nice for the team fight, but it is pretty all-in on that because since Pobelter's building defensively, has the early Negatron, and Ninja's kind of building a supportive item, there's almost no way he's ever going to be able to put kill pressure onto Pobelter.
Looks like Zanya's is going to be a quick item here for Seraph.
Yeah, smart. You're going to need that armor early on. You can just sit on Seekers. Sometimes people will just pick up the Seekers and then build towards Spellpen, but Procxin getting caught here.
Ooh, doubling down on this fight. Procxin.
TP coming in from Seraph.
Pobelter trying to get into range. There's the ulti from him, and it looks like Procxin taking one more hit, flashes over the wall. He tries to get the volley in, but it doesn't count. They're now sitting on an equalizer as they try to dance around that. Seraph, he is overheating, but doing more damage. Can he finish Pobelter off? The shield comes in from Ninja, and they trade 1 for 1, but Procxin is going to come up with another kill. Actually, double for him now. They're looking for Huni, but he's got the wind slash on. They got to be very careful about that. Wears off.
Slow play it.
He's still got enough health to make this work for a Riven. The hits onto Ninja. The last broken wings, the tethered lockdown, and it's a triple kill overall for Procxin.
Really well played by EnVy. They play it slow, they play it smart, never giving Huni a chance at a double stun, never giving him a chance to turn that around, and really well played by Ninja. Yeah. Flashes out the third charge of the Q, that stun there. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, though, Laud and Hakuho getting pretty low. They do have their summoners, but they're getting bullied hard.
This may be the lane that Immortals looks to get the engages in. WildTurtle can get big. Already has that BF sword sitting on only 800 gold, actually, so not really much to come from that. And we'll see this fight one more time.
Yeah, so here's the engage onto Procxin, and you know, Pobelter wants to get over there, but he's actually getting hit by Ninja. And Pobelter was trying to surf, but didn't get onto his ult for some reason, just barely missing the Q here. Seraph makes the rotation faster with that TP. ReignOver barely getting out, but Seraph is able to do a ton of damage with this, and you can see EnVy playing it very smart, moving back and forth. Procxin pops in right when he sees the opportunity to finish them off. And then this is kind of that 2v1 slow play. They wait for Huni's ult to expire, and now let Huni make the first move. He's on the wrong side of the map. He has to make the play. Goes for Ninja. He's able to get the shield up. Flashes out of that third Q. Well played by EnVy.
Everybody's flash was down from Immortals in that one, except for Turtle. Obviously still down, but they thought they were going to capitalize so hard on that first kill of Procxin to put him in a really bad spot. EnVy, it's almost a flip game. It seemed like EnVy were making these types of decisions the first time these teams met up, and that's what gave Immortals the lead. But this time, EnVy is reaping the rewards.
Yeah, they are doing well. Worth keeping in mind, though, not only is Turtle up in CS, he took a turret for the team in the straight-up 2v2. So losing your turret this early on in a straight-up 2v2 is pretty brutal.
Right.
And as a result, the gold lead is pretty much non-existent.
See if it moves in the favor of EnVy. They have to now kind of spread themselves thin with how Turtle dictates this split push.
Yeah.
Adrian's going to be able to help across the map as well, but that also now gives them bottom control, which is going to be a mountain, and which plays big into their favor of actually having such a rough early game.
Yeah, certainly does, but here comes Procxin, and Huni far up, does not have the flash. We'll see if he's going to be able to make a miracle escape.
Is he going over the wall? Next flip to the right. No, yes, he does. Last broken wing gets him to safety. Procxin doesn't have the true get over just
He's
yet.
out.
That's for Procxin. He does not have the crowd control to make it happen. An end of the line. Not in time. Huni's in safety.
Yeah, really well played there by Huni, even with the increased teleport channel. He's able to get out, so good stuff from him. Avoids the gank. waste some time from the team, because even Ninja made that rotation. That's 3 people that were spending their time there trying to kill him.
Woo. ReignOver, that AP jungle item, doing some damage right now. They are all looking to put down damage.
This is really smart. ReignOver is going to the strong side of the map. He knows they were losing in mid lane and top lane. They get ward control, and now they're pushing in. Lod's got to be careful.
Oh, silenced out, cutting that one short, and maybe Hakuho's time on the map. He gets himself back to a bit of safety as they trade some damage back. ReignOver will be fine, and you're right, that first turret now cascading into a second one. If they can protect the top.
They're just TPing top. They're just going all in for this turret. They're trying to push.
Maybe Immortals won't be able to protect it. They're calling, Envy is rather calling Immortals out here, and Immortals will answer the back. It's going to be a safe turret trade on that side, and Envy now keeping up with the turret game.
Yeah, pretty clever TP there, actually, from Ninja. As long as he can get back to mid lane and protect this, I think it was worth the trade. Pobelter looks like he's going to get some damage, and Turtle's coming in too, so they probably will be able to pick up this turret, which does make it a little less worthwhile. It's going to be close.
Feels weird. You want to say it seems like there's been almost a mental reset in Envy, but you have to see their late game to figure that out. Pobelter saved. Adrian is on his back with safety and heals, and they will get out of this one just fine. Procxin also coming out of base, so the Envy not really engaging on that one fully. But like I said, we got to wait for that late game where Envy almost puts himself into a danger zone where teams like Immortals actually know how to play, know how to fight better, taking more dangerous chances towards that late game.
Yeah, and Immortals just moving around the map so well, avoiding their losing matchups. Really smart play, especially from ReignOver. You know, it's a 3-0 jungler on the other side, but ReignOver is the one able to make aggressive moves into the team's deep jungle because his bot lane won. He exploits that advantage, allows them to kind of continue pushing it, and hopefully open up the map, just negate the disadvantages they have elsewhere.
Proto-bout rush for Seraph up against the Riven in the top lane. So you got harpoons and now rockets to try and keep yourself in range. It's still going to be difficult for a gap-close champion like Riven. But Seraph has his work cut out for him. See if he can still call shots from that side of the map, as now the bottom lane for Envy is being pushed, and Seraph giving the respect in the top lane, thinking there's going to be a crowd in just a second.
Yep. I do like it. Sitting on the Seeker is a very efficient item in and of itself, and he's, actually, wow.
A little early.
He dropped that way early.
It's a good idea.
Oh man, that is a pretty big blunder. So it's actually a pretty big commitment to drop your ult like that. He's trying to just clear the wave to delay this so they can win on the turret trade, but because he messes it up, they're actually going to go even on this at best. So pretty big mistake.
End of the line comes back. That makes Procxin tag the turret, but looks like a fight in mid as well, as we're trading objectives across the map. Seraph without an ult would get him in range here. That's going to be the belt into a flash, but none of the 3 slows to follow up are able to connect on Pobelter.
Yeah, too bad for Seraph. A little mistake that actually ends up being a big deal. It would have defended their turret, or if he had just saved the ult, he may have gotten a kill on Pobelter. Either way, Envy still pushing in the bot lane. They're going very aggressively, pretty much even in gold, and they are up in kills. So things looking very, very even, and a lot is very similar to the first time they matched up. They're very evenly matched.
I question the Ardent Sensor on Ninja. I like the item, but who gets, I guess Procxin, but then he has shells to go through attack speed.
So it's Procxin and Laud. They do have that, but you reload faster. You also get more AD for Laud getting that attack speed. And it's also, its heals and shields are increased by this item now. So it's actually just very powerful in the new patch. His shielding is going to be doing not only more, but it's also going to be buffing the healing that's coming from the Athenes. So it is pretty all in on this supporty style. But when they do group up, if they can get these 5v5s, he gets the Mantra Shield out, a big heal comes out, a massive shield comes out, the move speed, and he's hoping that the rest of his team's going to have more than enough damage to do it.
No more questioning.
We can still question.
No. I meant for that. I meant for the Ardent Sensor.
Yeah.
I'll still ask questions. Oh, believe me.
Oh, yeah.
17:40 on the clock. 4-1. And Immortals now, with the fact that they've been running around the map, controlling the waves with Sivir, also having Huni start putting up fights against Seraph. They're just grabbing the objectives. The Mountain Drakes make Rift Herald that much easier. And now, 17 minutes in, that's 37:40 that buff will be wearing off.
Yeah. So he's going to have it for likely the conclusion of the game, unless it goes very long. And Immortals tends to play quick. Envy, though, does play really slow, especially in their losses. Their losses are all extremely long. Their average loss time is over 40 minutes.
Good stop by Turtle. He can't block that much. Glacial Fisher hits after, and the team has just split up too much. It was go this way, but he went that way, and Envy are every which way. It looks like Ninja could be the next to go down. That collateral damage, however, could be very big for Envy. Seraph just can't get himself to the back line. Unraveled Earth does not allow them to get any further into the fight, and they have to back up there.
A lot of flashing health bars there for Envy. They do get out with the 1-for-2 trade, but Immortals is going to continue pushing, and it's looking like it'll be a turret as well.
Seemed like they had Immortals' number for that first portion of the map. One flick of the switch by Immortals. They find an opening, take somebody down, and now the mid lane is falling. You see Ninja going to be coming back up very soon here, as Hakuho as well needs to get himself healed up. That means next Drake also goes to Immortals. And overall, it can always look like the other team's winning, but somehow they just make it that they are.
Yeah, Immortals,
take that advantage and run with it.
They collapse faster. They choose the right fights. You know, Huni pulls the trigger, sees that Lot is split off from the team, and this is what we'll find in this replay. So the fight starts, right? And then most of Envy is moving up to the top side of the map. So Pobelter, nice ult, splits off for Envy, and Lot and Ninja get caught. The flash in from Huni. They collapse. They take out Lot with no AD carry. Very hard for Envy to fight back here. And good burst comes in from Procxin. They're able to get 1 kill. This could have been a lot worse for Envy, but at the same time, the fact that they're at least able to trade back with losing their AD carry for free is pretty good.
Another fight. Turtle is just squeaking out of these ones. A very nice channel for that equalizer to go down, but it's going to be Seraph that falls in his attempt to find the team some kills. And Immortals doesn't even have to keep pressuring. They know Envy's going to be exiting their jungle, and Immortals come away with another kill there.
Yeah, and Huni split pushing in the bot lane at the same time. Things looking great for Immortals. Seraph is kind of feeling the pressure. He wanted to fight, as those jungle corridors are fantastic for Rumble with the AoE to fight, but they had already kind of let WildTurtle get away. They didn't catch him with their first engage, and then the rest of the team is actually doing the red buff while Seraph is going all in on a fight. So miscommunication, mistakes being made here from Envy as Immortals turn up the pace.
Waiting for Seraph to come back up, as well as his TP. They're going to have to spread thin again. It's almost turning into a 1-3-1 here as Immortals continue to collapse on the side of Envy.
Yeah.
Coming down the mid lane, Pobelter will be holding that by himself, but it looks like Ninja's trying to route the back here. Lod gets himself way too far forward. The team wasn't even close on that one. Procxin's able to drop Pobelter in the dark on the way over. ReignOver is in the front line, and he is not the tankiest, maybe, of the members fighting right now. But it looks like they will be able to get out alive. The Soul Flare is flat.
Turtle's really low.
Ninja's still going in. It seems like the team had already backed off, and now it's a second guess to call for the fight. Just going for the auto attacks. They connect on the concussive blows in the Winter's Bite. The Wind Slash just misses from Huni. Seraph sidesteps it, and they may be able to finish off Huni as well. Broken Wings is going to come back up. No need to chase him. But what can Envy get off this? The map is so far pushed in Immortals' favor.
Yeah, do they risk going for Baron? I think it's too early. They're too low on health, so what can they go for? They're going to ping out mid. They want to get something. As you said, you've got to capitalize, but Huni was already ahead of them. He went to mid lane, cleared out the wave, and he gets out of there. So smart thinking from them. And here we do have the fight starting off once again. Lod getting caught out here. Did not expect them in the brush. Hakuho with a good disengage though. Keeps Lod alive. Lod's able to hang around here. And at the same time, Pobelter is actually trying to surf the wall. Gets soloed out by Procxin on the back end. And things start going bad for Immortals. A nice ult comes in there from Procxin. Ninja goes deep, able to chase them down, sustaining very well with this kind of supportive build. And as the Braum basket gets stunned there onto Turtle, he's going to go down too.
Oh, a windy slash.
Yeah.
That's about all it's
Ooh, TP coming in. Lod's dead again.
DK, he did cancel. He said, no way, Jose, not coming in on this one. Hakuho, he has the distance to get out. ReignOver going a little too far forward, and they're blowing their flashes to get to safety. I don't know if there's going to be a re-engage, though. So not having those flashes ain't going to matter. It's still going on to Ninja here. Immortals in full control.
Nice ult from Pobelter, blocking out the team, but Procxin's going in. Huni's low.
That's how you turn the fight on its head, catch the other team off guard. Look at WildTurtle pops on the hunt, runs back to the team to give them the remainder of the speed. It may not be enough, though. An overheating Seraph in the middle of the fight as Huni goes down, bleeding all over the place. Immortals are limping away and falling. just as fast. That's a double kill for Procxin, and the rest of the team of Immortals are going to make it out alive.
Once again, Immortals starts off the fight well. They get the free kill and lot, but they want more.
Does he have it? Baby Spiders are dead.
Okay. He's with Adrian now.
Oh, Ninja. Did you get yourself into trouble?
Yeah, he did.
Very nicely done. A seismic shove right into place to finish it off. Adrian with the KS. Kill secured.
That is a very greedy chase from Ninja.
Yeah.
All the way across the map with mid lane open. Why not just push the turret?
Exactly.
Instead, he gets himself killed. It's kind of rough.
It's you kind of get these thoughts of I can either kill him or keep
here we go.
Keep him out of the base. Oh! Oh!
Nice snipe by Law.
Eagle Eye Lob. It slows him down, but it still works.
Yep.
Just taking the carrot out in front of him. So, a bit of movement made. Mid is opened up. This will allow Envy to get the forward wards we saw in the early game. And on the hunt, ooh. You try to go down valiantly. Hakuho falls trying to protect Procxin, and that's what it is. The few extra seconds, an Immortal knows how far they can push that next thing to get their own 2 kills.
And they're going to go straight to Baron. That's the jungler dead. Exactly. That's the support dead. You know, Seraph is alive. Huni's moving up here. Envy has to kind of try to challenge this. This is an early Baron. They're going to take a lot of damage. They do have the equalizer available from Seraph. Envy really wants to push him off here, but in goes Huni.
The 1v3. The Equinox
They're still on Baron,
silent.
though. This is all that he needs. Huni's just trying to buy time.
The Mountain Dragon allows them to do this with less members as well. Huni is almost 3v1ing here. He's getting a 3-fight staggered with a 2v1, but he is able to first to capitalize on that one. And it looks like they won't get the chase through Ninja's Qs. It does mean they have map control with Baron now, and they are still going to go hard here. ReignOver has been going every time he can pull the trigger, and it has cost him his life a few times, and possibly more teammates. The meat wall from Turtle and Huni as they start to back up, and they will have on the hunt in just a few seconds, so no worries here.
Oh, they're going to turn around. They want to engage.
Oh,
in comes Pobelter with the ult.
on the Wall Weaver. He flies right in. And it looks like they're going to go for more kills, working the ground around them, working the rest of the members of Envy. They'll find Procxin on the outside. The flourish slows down Huni, but he'll broken wings and he'll broken ankles on Procxin here if he can get in range. There's the stun. It looks like they're going to need Pobelter for this one. This allows at least a little bit of time for the base to breathe, but it still means Immortals are getting that much bigger.
Procxin gets the trade kill at least. Adrian chasing in there. So he's getting something back, but they are down 6K. They get the Baron. That's the important part. This game is crazy.
We almost have a kill a game, 26 to 25 in kills. We'll see this again.
Yeah, so Huni, he's actually just popping the ult. He just wants to keep them out, allow ReignOver to secure the Baron. Baron gets secured. Now it's time to fight. They have Soraka able to heal them up, allowing them to tank through this. Seraph gets picked off, and now chaos ensues. Lod coming down here. Pobelter wants to kind of cut him off once he does arrive with this ult. Ninja's pretty far up, but Lod is able to turn around a lot of damage. Tags him with the root, opens up with the ultimate, pushing them back. And now you can see Pobelter is moving on the minimap over to the side of the map. He's getting ready to ult in. And this is why Turtle actually turns around here. The Braum ult whiffs. They make the call to engage. In comes Pobelter. He wants to solo Lod. Lod with a nice sidestep, though, is allowing him to stay alive.
I like Pobelter's choice as well. I shouldn't fool with this. I can be more efficient helping the team immediately. That choice was made by him. Immortals not hesitating is one of their biggest advantages. And we see it almost every game here. All but one games, they would be undefeated. It looks like they're trying to put another win under their belt as they push down very strong on the base. 27 minutes in of Envy.
It's pretty brutal as far as AD carries go, too, because Turtle's up 4K, but Huni's getting caught. Oh, is he going to get out? I think he will. I think he's...
Oh, one more harpoon. It was in range. So much just to get him. If he can hop over the wall, he can. It's going to be a little help from Blue. Yeah, like you said, so much time, so many resources being used here just to take down one member who can cause a lot of trouble, but the rest of the team can do the same.
Turtle, though, of 70 CS, a bunch of kills, a 4,000 gold almost here. He's so powerful, and the Sivir has just been a monster in this game, and Immortals is enabling Huni to split push. They already get one inhib. They're looking to get for more. They're already up 8,000 gold almost, well, 7.5K off the back of this Baron.
What is the fight for Envy right now? If we were to find one, if they could get that equalizer, that Ninja Karma Shield mantra'd up, what would be the fight they're looking for?
They need to get a pick with someone, you know, try to lock down someone with Lod layer their CC, a Braum ult into that equalizer, into the Karma engage, really kind of pile on top of them, use those shields from Karma to enable your AD carries to be aggressive. But so far, Lot has just been kind of getting split from the team. He's getting picked off. They're not able to do it.
And it may be Ninja right here, somebody that can actually help that engage happen. Maybe a Ninja Q into a Lot W, that long-range pick, that long-range stun, follow up with the equalizer, but nothing seems to be coming together here. Immortals again, pressuring down onto the base, knocking on the front door. They're gonna take down this second inhibitor turret, and now the Nexus here. These much easier as well. With that Mountain Drake, they're able to pick up through the standard lanes. And that is as well has played in their favor. We saw the rest of the map winning, but the bottom lane of WildTurtle and Adrian had so much success for the rest of the map, it didn't even matter what Ninja and the top side did.
Yeah, and it's all 3 inhibs down now.
Yep.
Procxin has had a massive game, 7-2-4, but his team is still losing. And
that's what Lot said, right? That's the guy that can kind of show up in a fight, do the mechanics, make it happen. But you also need the team around you.
You need the team, and one of the biggest problems here for Envy is they build this amazing squad that works as 5, but they're always getting split up. They're always able to have these fights where Immortals divides them and has these 2v2 skirmish, a 1v1 skirmish over there. And that's where Immortals comp is going to succeed. They can cut people off with Pobelter. Huni can have these kind of 1v1, 1v2 duels. And that's not what Envy wants. And we have something like Ninja kind of wandering out the base gates here looking for, what, a little poke?
Right.
You know, he's like a full support type build. Just brutal.
And Riven is final form.
Yeah.
Huni is making things happen, as you would usually see, feeling the pain in the top lane. And he's running in. You see who the team is already. He takes down Seraph outside the base. Immortals was already inside, turning the rest of it into shambles for Envy. And now it looks like they're on the Nexus turrets. Again, a very back and forth early game that has just been taken control by Immortals, and seemingly after that are able to take down each turret consecutively, one after the other, finding that victory 30 minutes in. 16-13, Immortals take down Envy in game 1.
Really well played there by Immortals. They showed some weakness at the start. They were falling behind, but they had the strong side of the map. They had the bot lane that was winning. ReignOver was able to help exploit that, push that ahead, get early vision, allow Turtle and Adrian the free reign basically to kind of just go nuts. And Lod was falling so far behind. Pobelter did a really good job splitting things up with the Taliyah ults, and it was a very successful first showing for Taliyah. Immortals did make a lot of mistakes, but Envy was not really able to keep up with the pace that Immortals was setting. You know, Immortals was moving around too fast, having too many skirmishes at different places, and Envy was never able to get this kind of perfect 5v5 that they wanted.
Looking at how Envy comes into these fights, they almost try to run the same composition again. Then they get themselves into a mix where they say, hey, look at, like, Procxin can go and place wicked deep wards. We can try to aggress on those wards, and then things just don't seem to work out. The early game is there, though. They have to be able to find a way to fix that. They put Pobelter all the way to Taliyah, focused him, and it seemed to not even matter, almost as they put too much focus on it. So maybe rethink some things, come back into game 2, and we'll see how they do. For more insight into the Immortals win, let's